Hi, everyone. I'm Courtney Jurecki, and welcome to Social Champions, where we chat with social media and marketing professionals to connect on the things you need to know about social media and digital marketing. Joining us today from Sunrise, Florida is Alycia Samuel, a social media specialist with MedPro Healthcare Staffing. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me, Courtney.
So I want to tap right into your social media expertise. Tell us, how do you keep up with the constantly changing algorithm?
So it's a lot of trial and error, as many can say. But the best thing my best advice would be to constantly remind yourself of why you're doing it and what your customers or target audience is looking for. Although things are constantly changing, it's way easier to keep your target audience because of the content that you remain loyal to.
Do you find that it's hard for some businesses to make the pivot and the shifts that are necessary to keep up with the algorithm?
I would believe so. I mean, as we've seen, it's been Facebook at one point, and then it was Instagram, which was just still images, and then we got into Reels and TikTok, and it's constantly changing. So to stay relevant and to stay within times, it can definitely be challenging, and I can see how it can be challenging. Um, it's a lot of it's just trial and error. You really can't go wrong. I mean, sometimes obviously your business is your baby, so that's what you want it to. You want it to grow and be amazing, and your social media is definitely a way for it to start that way. But it happens to the best of us. With even big companies, sometimes things flop.
That's so true. And you mentioned relevance. How do you stay relevant in social media?
So staying relevant, I mean, what we used to think was working was like hashtags, which they're still relevant, but sometimes people don't really look at that. Um, Relevance, I think that most people relate to emotion right now. And whether it's traveling, they want to see how amazing your trip was, the food that you ate, the smiles that you had, the laughs, and all of that. But for businesses, I think it's also emotion. What captures people, and like you said, relevance to your as you said, relevance, but relevance to your target audience, your customers, all of that. How does it portray to them? And we think from a business point, like, oh, that would be amazing. And when it flops, it's like the worst thing ever that happens. But when you see that it's a hit, and it's just because they relate to it.
Right, because you're showing real life on social media.
100%. When it first, I mean, maybe when Reels first started, it's very much, this is the glam and this is not what's portrayed all the time. But I think people really want to see day to day. And we've seen like get ready with me, Reels that happen, or TikToks, or, go behind the scenes of this. And they end up being really popular for whatever reason.
So you work on a lot of social media platforms. Which one is the most fun for you to create and engage on?
As of right now, TikTok is probably the most fun, just because we use it for our corporate page a lot, and we get to be a little bit more silly when it comes to stuff like that. So dances, I think if you ever do look up MedPro Healthcare Staffing, you're gonna see that we're dressed up in like red and green outfits, and we did the choreography to "My Money Don't Jiggle Jiggle," like dumb things like that. Meanwhile, Instagram is still images for the most part, and now we're doing videos, and Facebook is still images and carousels as well. But TikTok is definitely the most creative, especially with all the sounds that you have and how easy it can be to put something together. And it's just a lot more freedom in that sense.
I love it. I love doing all the silly dances on TikTok, especially when it engages with the audience. So thank you so much,
100%.
Alycia, for chatting with us and all of your awesome insight. If you'd like to learn
Thank you
more
so
about what
much.
Alycia Samuel is doing at MedPro Healthcare Staffing, you can check them out at dailyadbrief.com. I'm Courtney Jurecki, closing up this segment of Social Champions, and I look forward to being social with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.